What you waiting for?
I'm ready. I thought, oh, we live right now?
Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing? What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie, and this is the Stardom SITEM Fantasy Football Show. My boy Kim set me up. He ain't even telling me we live. He supposed to give it up the countdown. What we doing, Keo?
Yo, what's good, man? NBS Stardom System Show giving you the latest news and updates on fantasy football today. I'm ready.
Okay, okay. Well, we're gonna get y'all real quick with the inactives. Kamara, if y'all not tuned in right now, Kamara was inactive. Michael Thomas was inactive. Jameis Winston was inactive. Keo, what's the score of the game right now?
The score on the game right now, the Saints are up 22-14 right now.
22. It should be 19, huh?
Yeah, sorry about that. 22-19.
Okay. 19. I think it's 19 because that's the last time I saw.
Yeah,
Okay. So that's
22-19.
a lot of inactives from the Saints game. Like I said, Kamara. Hopefully you didn't do like me, stay up late and forget to take Kamara out your lineup. Kamara's out. Michael Thomas, Jameis Winston. There's some other ones, only the noticeable ones. David Montgomery's out. DeAndre Swift is out. Amon St. Brown is out. Zay Jones is out. Keenan Allen's out. Kadarius Toney's out. And Mac Jones is out. That's some of the big names right now that's out. There's some guys that's still questionable, like Christian McCaffrey, which we'll talk about probably in a few minutes. But those guys, you want to get them out your line, the inactive dudes. All right. We're going to start the show like we always do, baby. Love, like, hate. Quarterback skill. Who do you love? Who do you like? Who do you hate on today?
Who do I who do I love today? I love Tom Brady today. Against the Kansas
Wow.
City Chiefs. He gets healthy this week. He gets his left tackle Donovan Smith back. He also gets Julio Jones, Mike Evans back from a 1 game suspension. I like Tom Brady's chances. He's been struggling as of late, and I think he's gonna have his best game today against the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think is gonna be a high scoring game. So that's who I love. Who do I like? Um, I like Russell Wilson against the Las Vegas Raiders, who's 0-3. Russell Wilson hasn't even scored 20 fantasy points yet this season. And I think he's going to have a very solid game against the Las Vegas Raiders. A quarterback do hate to start for today. I'm going with Carson Wentz against my Dallas
Oh,
Cowboys, bro.
here we go. Here we go. Here we
Um,
go.
um, great matchups against teams like Jacksonville and Detroit. Once again, I said Jacksonville and Detroit. Week 3 collapsed 8 fantasy points against the Philadelphia Eagles. He gets to face the Dallas Cowboys, who sacked Daniel Jones 5 times, um, with 12 quarterback hits. The Cowboys are only allowing 14 fantasy points a game to quarterbacks right now, to guys like Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, Daniel Jones. Um, Brady actually has the most passing yards against the Cowboys with over 200 yards right now. Um, so that's one guy that I hate. I'm not saying that because I'm a Cowboys fan, just based off of matchups that I seen and the point differential. That's a quarterback that I do hate, Carson Wentz.
No doubt, no doubt. Shout out to my guy Bumpy in the comment section. He loves Lamar. He likes Cooper Rush, and he hates Justin Fields on today. Oh, and another thing, Keo, while I'm on here, before I even get to the next thing, man, shout out to all the subscribers, man. 1K. What up? What up, Keo? How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling great, excited, man. Shout out to everybody that's been supporting the brand, that subscribed. Shout out to the team, Bumpy, Red, Jada Ray, Jasper, Justin, you obviously. It's been
Q.
a Q. It's been the long journey, man. But we here, man. So and we're gonna continue it. What about you?
Oh man, I'm excited, man. We're gonna talk about it then. I'm gonna give it a shout out at the end, but I just want to say shout out on that because I want to start the show with that. But on the day, as far as fantasies going, love like hate, I love Kyler Murray today versus Carolina. Yes, last week he only had 12 fantasy points. He didn't score no touchdowns. He did throw over 300 yards against the Rams. I think today he has a big game against the Carolina Panthers. I'm going to just put it out there. You know, we do the lowest scoring game and the highest scoring game. This may be one of those highest scoring games. I love me some Kyler Murray today. The guy that I like is the same guy Keel loves, and that's Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Wow.
Because my thing is everything you said, Keo. Everything you said. He gets his receivers back today. I think that's going to be big for him. Little Fournette's been playing well this year. I think Brady has a good game today. He hasn't had a 20 fantasy point game this year. I think he goes over 20 today. So I like Tom Brady a lot today. The guy I hate, unfortunately, is my quarterback in the NBS league. And it hurts me to say this, but Matthew Stafford going up against the 49ers defense, I feel like the 49ers always play them tough, man. So I think the 49ers going to play them tough on Monday night. I don't love Matthew Stafford this week. I think he struggles. So that's who I hate. Bumpy just said Justin Jefferson scored in that game. So the score should be what? Tell me what
26, 26, 22.
with how much time left?
Let me see. Let me double check for a second. So it's 26, 22 right now. 4 minutes left right now.
Okay. So the Saints have a chance to go down and score. I hope I was wrong. I did pick the Vikings. We'll see if I was wrong on that one. All right, Keel. Love like hate. Running back position. Who you love, who you like, who you hate.
Who I love, I like Khalil Herbert against the New York
Wow.
Giants, man. Um, I expect David Montgomery to be out with an ankle injury. Hope maybe his status has changed, but I think Herbert has taken advantage with Montgomery down against the Texans. 20 carries, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches, 12 yards. I like Khalil Herbert, man. That's a person that I love to start. Um, a running back that I like. Um, for the first time, I'm going with Brees Hall, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
man, Brees Hall, man. I like how he's been utilized PPR type of leagues. I think he's a guy that you definitely should start. Running back that I hate. Um, man, I'm going with Miles Sanders. Um, the Jags have been tough against the run. They held Antonio Gibson to 58 yards, Jonathan Taylor to 54 yards, Austin Eckler to 5 yards. Despite Gibson having 7 catches for 72 yards, Eckler had 8 catches for 48 yards. Um, Jacksonville, doing pretty well with the run defense, and I think Philadelphia will struggle, especially with Miles Sanders. So that's a running back that I do hate.
All right. Well, the running back I love is the same one you love. I like me some Khalil Herbert. I love me some Khalil Herbert today against the Giants. I think he could have a monster game today. He has somebody on the other side. Don't do that. Don't do that, Antonio. What we doing, man? Don't do that, man. But shout out to Antonio, by the way, man. That's my guy. But Khalil Herbert, I think he's gonna be great today for the Bears. I think he has a big game. That's who I love. Who I like, man. And Antonio, ironically, is on here. He might not like this. I like Damian Pierce, man. I think Damian Pierce is really great, gaining some traction right now in Houston. The last two games, he took majority of the carries. After week one, a lot of people were nervous that actually drafted him because Rex Burkhead got majority of the carries in that first game. But I like Damian Pierce today. Last week, they carved up Jacksonville carved them up in the running game. I LA's gonna have to do something. LA's gonna have to do something because, like you said, like you just said, the injuries, it's scary. I think Damian Pierce has a good game today. The guy that I hate, ironically, Antonio's still on here, and it's Christian McCaffrey. It's not because he hasn't been good, but we know about the injury history. Right now, he's questionable. He's a late kickoff game. I don't want to have guys like Jamal Williams, some guys that I could be possibly putting in my lineup, and I'm sitting there playing around with Christian McCaffrey. Nah, man, I don't like that. So I'm going to say I hate Christian McCaffrey because if he doesn't play, that's a huge, huge hit to your team. So I'm going with him as far as my hate for today. Let's move over to the wide receiver position, Keo.
Um, wide receiver position. A wide receiver that I do love is Brandon Cooks, man. He's one of 22 receivers this year with at least 25 targets. He has his fewest receptions in the game was um his fewest receptions with 13 coming in the big game against the Chargers. Um, Joey Bosa, he is out. Um, J.C. Jackson might not play. Um, I like Brandon Cooks in this game, man. I definitely like his chances against the Chargers, and I think he'll have a solid game once again. A wide receiver that I do like, I like Gabriel Davis. Gabe Davis against Baltimore's
Mm,
defense.
mm.
He had 6 receptions. I mean, he had 6 targets, only 3 catches for 37 yards in this last game. But I think Josh Allen is going to look for him, especially the attention Stephon Diggs will be getting. So that's a wide receiver that I like. Um, a wide receiver that I hate. I'm going with the guy that everybody is raving about this week. He's probably been one of the top waiver wire pickups right now.
Gang.
Richie James from the New York Giants. They're looking at it with Sterling Shepard tearing his ACL. Um, Gatarius Tony hamstring issues. Um, I just don't like it, man. I just don't like it at all. I just think people look at the next guy up, and I just don't think this will eventually work out for them. So, um, yeah.
Hey, I didn't even mention him because I didn't even think it was worth mentioning. But people are acting like that's like the like Peyton Manning's that quarterback. It's Daniel Jones, people. Let's not overreact. I'm not sitting there saying the guy won't be decent, but we're not gonna do that, man. Richie James, like let's stop the hype on that right now. He has to prove himself first. The guy that I love, man, hey, I might be jumping the gun on this one, but I love me some Romeo Dobbs, man. I really do. And I think he's going to have a good game this week versus New England. I feel like when you watch him and Aaron Rodgers, it's like despite his age, Aaron Rodgers seems to trust him the most. And when Aaron Rodgers trusts you, you're going to get big numbers. We can go back to Jordy Nelson. We can go to Devontae Adams. When he trusts you, you're going to get the ball. So I like me some Romeo Dobbs today versus the Patriots. I think he could have a big game, and he's starting to put people on notice when it comes to fantasy. The guy I like, and I can't even believe I'm saying this because if you know me, then you know I'm not a big fan of this guy, and that's Amari Cooper. I like Amari Cooper today versus Atlanta. Amari Cooper has surprised me because I've always felt like he didn't have that dog in him, but He has played well this season, and going up against Atlanta today, I think it could be a high scoring game. The guy that I hate, oh Lord, Mike trying to hype up Lazard because he got Lazard. But the guy that I hate is the guy that I wasn't high on going into the season, and that's Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy had a good first game, but since then he hasn't had more than 3 fantasy points. I am not a Jerry Jeudy guy. I just feel like Russell Wilson spreads the ball around, and if he does, and if there's one guy that you definitely want to have, it's Cortland Sutton. Outside of that, Jerry Jeudy's just not it for me. I don't even know if I would start him in a flex position unless I had to. I do not like Jerry Jeudy. All right, Keo, let's move over to the tight end position.
Tight ends, a tight end that I love is Zach Ertz. Arizona, 21 targets in the past 2 games against the Raiders and Rams. I think he should get the plenty of attention from Kyler Murray, Rondell Moore, AJ Green, both hurt. So I think, and Ertz has at least 10 fantasy points a game in PPR type of league. So that's a tight end that I love. A tight end that I like. I actually started him last week. Tyler Conklin from the New York Jets. I think he had his best game last week. So that's a tight end that I would recommend picking up. Um, uh, and then a tight end that I do hate, Buffalo Bills tight end Dawson Knox. Um,
Wow.
he has not been part of the Bills' passing game this season. I'm just very concerned if anybody has him. Josh Allen has attempted 63 passes. And Knox only, I mean, against the Dolphins, and he's only had 4 targets, yet to score a touchdown. He doesn't have more than 41 yards receiving in any game. Buffalo has too many people to spread the ball around, and not Knox just don't get targets like that. So, um, yeah, that's a tight end that I hate.
All right, man. Okay, I'm not mad at you. I don't agree with that one. I think Knox could be good today. Um, just with Baltimore focusing more on their wide receivers than actually Dawson Knox. I actually like Dawson Knox today, but it's not my like as far as this. The guy I love, man. He hasn't been what he once was, but I think today with a whole week of preparation on Monday night, tomorrow night, we're gonna see it, bro. George Kittle's gonna go crazy. He's gonna go crazy. Jimmy G's at quarterback. I think George Kittle returns to that elite status tomorrow, for at least for one night, for at least for tomorrow night. I love George Kittle. George Kittle, man, he's in my like top 2 as far as tight ends, or top 3. Maybe I wouldn't start him over Kelsey or Andrews, but outside of that, I'm starting George Kittle tonight. For tomorrow night. I think he's gonna be really, really good. The guy I like is TJ Hawkinson. No Amon St. Brown, no DJ Chalk, no DeAndre Swift. Jared Goff gotta trust somebody. He gotta trust somebody. I like Hawkinson today. I think he has a good game. The guy I do not like, and it's not even no knock to him. He's actually just coming back from injury, and that to me is a little concerning. And he's coming back to a new quarterback, and that's Dalton Schultz. I'm not sitting there saying Dalton Schultz won't turn it around, Gil, because you know I like Dalton Schultz. But with Cooper Rush at quarterback, with the way that they're gonna try to focus more on the running game, I think that Dalton Schultz is somebody I would not be so high on. Like I would start guys like Tyler Higbee over him for sure, Hawkinson over him, George Kittle for sure, Kyle Pitts. I mean, all those guys over him for sure. Zach Ertz, just because I'm not sure of what you're gonna get from Dalton Schultz. All right, Keo, let's go to our top. Well, love, like, hate defenses for the day.
Oh man, defenses. Um, defense to start for today that I love. I'm going with the Green Bay Packers.
Bags.
Um, the Packers were embarrassed in week 1 in Minnesota, but since then they've shut down Chicago, Tampa Bay, allowing 22 points over that span. The Packers had 6 sacks in those 2 games, 3 turnovers. They should have another good performance against the Patriots because you got Brian Hoyer. Yeah, Brian Hoyer. That's who's the quarterback. Um, the Packers are number one defense to start, in my opinion. A defense that I like. I like the Colts against the Tennessee Titans today. I think the Colts will have a solid performance in the Titans. Um, and the defense that I do hate, um, man, the Baltimore Ravens against the Buffalo Bills. Ravens had a strong performance against New England. Obviously, you see me pick against New England from Green Bay against New England. I don't think I think this will be very bad for the Ravens defense. Ravens had 3 sacks, 3 interception, fumble recovery. Baltimore has had an interception in every game with 6 in total, but slowing down Josh Allen, no, that's different. So I'm going with the Baltimore. No, I mean the Ravens defense that I do hate.
Okay, hey man, I'm starting with the same one you're starting with, the Packers. I mean, come on, man. Brian Hoyer, man, I'm definitely starting the Packers defense. They're the number one defense on today. They're the guys that I love. As far as like though, Keo, that's a little different. As far as like, I'm going with the Steelers. I feel like the Steelers to me, you're getting Zach Wilson. Yes, I know you got to play against Zach Wilson, but Zach Wilson's been out. He's been out. I want to see if they're gonna knock the rust off of him. I want to see if they're going to get him a couple of times in this game. They get a couple of picks, maybe even a pick 6. I like the Steelers today. I think that could be an optimistic defense that can get some points on the board. So I'm going with the Steelers. And the defense I hate, if there's one defense I'm not starting today, and it's not even though not because they have a defensive coach, and that's the New England Patriots. Are you kidding me? Man, I'm not starting them versus Aaron Rodgers and those boys. And then you have you have Brian Hoyer as your starting quarterback. It may be small, short fields all game long. Nah, man, I'm not. And I think, oh my God, let me put it on. My boy, the receiver, I think he's out today too. Jacoby Myers, I couldn't think. Jacoby Myers is out too. Yeah, I'm not buying that, man. I'm going with the Packers in a big win today in that one. I'm not starting the Patriots defense. All right, Keo. Let's go to the top 3 waiver wire pickups on the day. Somebody that you can go get out the waiver wire right now. Right now. Pick them up, start them, and they may get you a dub today.
As much as I hate to say it, Richie James is a top waiver wire pickup. I wouldn't pick him up personally, but he is a top waiver wire pickup. Um, a tight end that I would recommend people getting is David Njoku. I definitely like him to be picked up also. And but not least, Jahan Dotson from the Washington Commanders. He's a top waiver wire pickup for me. He had the season high 8 targets against the Philadelphia Eagles, but he did had his worst outing in the outing of the year with 2 catches for 10 yards, and also to fail the score for the first time. So Jahan Dotson, that's a top waiver wire pickup. I would want people to get. Oh, and Mac Hollins from the Las Vegas Raiders too. I like him.
Now you talking. Answer Buffy's question. What you think? I'm interested to see this before I say my waiver wire pickups. Chargers or Cowboys? Who you starting?
The Cowboys, bro. Come on, man. I said it earlier. You know, they've they've held Burrow, Brady, Daniel Jones in check, only allowing 22 points a game. The most passing yards they allowed was 200 to Tom Brady. So I think this is a easy one. Cowboys.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. I agree with you on this one. It's a close one for me though because the Texans the Texans don't score many points, so the Chargers they may be decent today. So yeah, up three with 24 seconds left. What are Saints at? Talk to me, y'all. I'm doing this show and I don't have my TV out right now. So all right, but while y'all doing that, I'm gonna tell you my top three waiver wire pickups. So one of them was Andy Dalton because I know that was prior to the show, but I had all my stuff written down. But I'm gonna go with Zach Wilson as well. Yes, I said he may struggle. I said he may struggle today. I didn't say he will. I like Zach Wilson's confidence. I think he has the weapons with Wilson. Wilson's an incredible receiver. I just want y'all to know that, man. I think if Keo already knows, me and him actually trading our dynasty league, I went get that young stud. And I think that Wilson and Wilson connection is going to be special. So, yeah, I would actually pick up Zach Wilson, storm my bench if you have room, and let's see what happens with that. Mac Hollins, exactly like you said. Oh, Lord, look at him. There he goes. Oh, man. Come on, man. Don't do us like that. Don't do us like that, man. Oh, man. It's all good. But yeah, I like Mac Hollins as well. You got to go ahead and pick him up. He had a monster game last week. I think without Hunter Renfro, he could have another monster game because more teams are concerned with Devontae Adams and Darren Waller. And then, of course, if for whatever reason the number one, I should say 1A and 1B pickups for this week, if they're not picked up already, which that's crazy, is Khalil Herbert and Jamal Williams. Both of these guys can have really good games today. So that's our top three waiver wire pickups on the day. All right, Keo, let's get to the portion of what will be the lowest scoring game of the day in your mind.
The lowest scoring game of the day. Um, it's gonna be the Seattle Seahawks
What?
and the
What?
Detroit Lions.
What?
That is gonna be the lowest scoring game of the day. If you need a smoke break, you need to go get a run to get some snacks.
You
Um,
wrong, y'all.
that's the game. Come on, bro. Really? How many points you think this team's gonna score?
Hey, bro, they gonna score some points, bro.
Not enough.
Okay, hey, we're gonna disagree. Hey, chat, let us know what's gonna be the lowest scoring game of the day. I'm pretty good when it comes to these lowest scoring games, man. I'm going a different direction, man. I'm torn between two games, but I'm gonna go with Jets and Steelers. I think it's gonna be very low scoring. I think that could be an all field goal game. I'm going with the Jets and the Steelers. Chad, y'all let us know what's gonna be the lowest scoring game. Those are the players you really don't want because they're not gonna score a lot of touchdowns. All right, Keo, what's gonna be the highest scoring game today?
It's gonna be the Chiefs and the Bucks. It's the highest scoring game today.
Wow.
I think both of them are due for a high scoring game. I think they're getting some healthy players back, so I like this game as the highest scoring game for today.
Man, stop playing. You know what the highest scoring game is. You got one MVP on this side. You got another MVP on this side. It's going to be raining touchdowns all day in this game. Baltimore versus Buffalo. Are you kidding me? Josh Allen's going to go crazy. Lamar Jackson's going to go crazy. If there's some players you want in a game, that is the game right there. I think this could be both in the high 20s to 30s and possibly can get to the 40. That's how much I think they're going to score in this game. I'm going with Baltimore versus Buffalo as the highest scoring game of the day. Let's do this. Over under, Keo. And I want to know what everybody thinks in the chat. 49.5. That means they both scored 25. Half. Over.
Under.
Under.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! That's crazy. I'm all the way over on that. All the way over on that. That's crazy. Wow. The only other game I think could be low scoring is Green Bay versus New England. But I think Green Bay will score enough points for both of them. All right, Keo. Let's get to one of the favorite portions of the show because it's named after the show. The STARTEM SITEM portion. Keo's going to name 3 people. I'm going to name 3 people. We're going to tell you if we should start them or sit them. What's up? Keo, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. The first player I'm putting up is I'm gonna go with Allen Robinson.
Hell nah, that fool is what? Man. Hey, he is sitting on my bench until further notice. It's not happening, bro. It's not happening. I'm not rocking with Allen Robinson right now, bro. Yeah, I gotta start him in some leagues, but that's not it, bro. I'm not starting Allen Robinson. All right, Keo. I want to know if you starting or sitting this guy. Man, he's without a lot of weapons. A lot of weapons. A lot of weapons. Without his stud running back, without his stud receiver. I'm talking about today, Jared Goff versus the Seattle Seahawks. You say it's going to be low scoring. So you starting or sitting him?
I'm sitting him, bro. You kidding me? I mean, I could get me a wide receiver to score more points than Jared Goff today. So I'm definitely sitting him.
All right.
Okay, it's my turn. Okay, the next guy I got up is I'm gonna go with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh, I'm starting him. Come on, man. Clyde, he hasn't been running the ball great. Well, he's not getting that many opportunities, I should say. Let me say that instead. But he is catching the ball at a good rate out the backfield. He's scoring touchdowns out the backfield, catching the ball. So I would actually start him because I think he can get in the end zone. I do think it's the highest scoring game. I just don't think it's the highest scoring game today.
Yeah, he's scored at least 14 points in every single game. So that's one thing I can't say about Clyde.
Yeah, I like Clyde. Okay, let me ask you this: are you starting or sitting Ramon Stevenson today?
Yes, they go by committee, and they're going against a defense that's been playing really well. So I'm definitely sitting him.
Wow, you sitting everybody. Who the hell you gonna play? All right, let's go.
All right, next
more.
guy. Okay, last guy I got is all right, here it is, man. Derek Carr. Are you starting or sitting him?
I'm starting Derek Carr. He has too many weapons, man. You have to start him at this point.
Well, just based off what he's done so far, 850 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So
At some point, it has to work. He needs to stop force feeding Devontae Adams. That's one thing he has to stop doing. But I know Mac Jones had a big game, but to me, like it just seems like he's looking for Devontae Adams first on every play. So I just think he needs to, stop force feeding him so much. Okay, Keo, are you starting or sitting Christian Kirk today versus Philly?
I'm starting Christian Kirk against Philly. I think Christian Kirk will have a huge game today. I think he's going to be one of the top performers today. I'm starting Christian Kirk.
One of the top performers? Hey, I want to go back. Mike says the Jaguars-Eagles game will be the highest scoring game of the day.
That's a possibility.
Hey, for everybody in the chat, I want to know who's going to win that game because I think I'm the only person that picked the Jags to put an upset. The Miami Dolphins, the 72 Dolphins, going to be popping champagne because
No, but I'm pretty sure you're the only person in the NBS league that picked the Jags to win. Everybody else picked the Eagles.
Jags, man. Zay Jones is out. That's a little concerning for me because Zay has been good for him, not just in the passing game, but in the running game, blocking. But I'm a little concerned about that. But outside of that, I'm rolling with the Jags. I think they're gonna be good. All right, y'all. I can get y'all questions in. If you have a question as far as who to start, I'm going on social media. A few of my homeboys hit me up. Keo, while they're waiting on them, if they want to ask a question, my boy Luigi wants to know. DK Metcalf or Mike Williams? Who you starting?
Mike Williams, bro. Like I said, low scoring game in that game against the Lions and the Seahawks. I'm going with Mike Williams, man. Mike Williams will have a good performance once again.
Shout to Smoke, man. Hey, man, I didn't jinx him, man. I just called it like I saw it, man. I told y'all, man, the Bengals was gonna get them boys. But shout out to you, my brother. But yeah, I agree with Q on this one, Mike Williams, bro. I like DK Metcalf though. I don't agree with Q. I don't think the game's gonna be super low scoring, but I just think Mike Williams, no Keenan Allen. I think he'll get a lot of touches today, and I think he'll do well. Jaguars, hopefully opened up the Chargers to say, you know what? Yeah, we're talented, but we have to actually come out and be prepared and play well if we're gonna get dubs. So I'm gonna say I agree with you. Shout out to my man Luke too, man. All right, man. My boy Ro wants to know Evan Ingram or Josh Reynolds in his flex. Who you starting? What up, Ro?
Oh man, you must have a bad team. When you gotta start Evan Ingram and Josh Reynolds.
Or Josh Reynolds. Or don't do my dog like that.
Man, if it was me, I'm going with Evan Ingram, man. Evan Ingram, more of a higher ceiling. I'm going with Ingram.
I agree with that. No Zay Jones. Evan Ingram could score today. I'm gonna go with, and I think, like I said, I like the Jags. I think they're gonna win that game, so I'm going with Evan Ingram as well. All right, somebody just texted me. Let me open that text up because I told my boys hit me up if they need something. We got my boy wants to know. Oh man, that's a crazy question. Come on, Sam. Zach Ertz or Kyle Pitts? Who you starting, Keo? Well, maybe it's crazy to me. Maybe not to you.
I'm going with Zach Ertz. He's Come on, man. Pitts is looking ugly for Pitts right now. Zach Ertz is my number one tight end to start. He's averaging 11 a game every single game. Like that's automatic. I know Kyle Pitts ain't giving you that.
Don't do that.
Kyle Pitts is not for sure, man. You don't know what you're gonna get. You know what you're gonna get from Zach Ertz, especially with the injury issues going on in Arizona. So you know Kyler's gonna go to him. With Pitts, I don't know, man.
I totally disagree with you on this. They get the Cleveland Browns today in Atlanta. I'm going with Kyle Pitts. I'm not saying Zach Ertz is a bad start. That's what I'm not saying. I'm just saying. And I just told y'all, I love Kyler Murray today. But I really, 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 really like Kyle Pitts today. At some point, he's going to break out, and this may be the breakout game. So I'm going with Kyle Pitts. And look, Antonio, man. Why are you texting me on the side? You in the chat. Let me let you know something. I didn't pick the Saints to win today. You did. You picked the Saints. I didn't say they were going to win. I knew they were without Jameis Winston. I knew they were without Michael Thomas. And when I woke up this morning, they were without Alvin Kamara. I didn't even think they were going to win with those guys. Why would you think why would I think they're going to win without them? Come on, man. Don't do that. We're not doing that. One more pick, Gil. We're going to do one more. My man wants to know, is the hype real behind Richie James? Should he start Richie James or Joshua Palmer? Ooh, talk dirty. Talk dirty.
Man, horrible, man. If I'm not a fan of it, but if it comes down to it, I'm going with Richie James.
Wow. Hey, shout out to my dog P. My bad. I didn't even mention you, P. My bad. You crazy, Kill. I'm definitely going Joshua Palmer. No Keenan Allen, man. Give me Palmer, man. Palmer's going to be good without no Keenan Allen. They're going to have to try to stop Mike Williams. Once they slow Mike Williams down a little bit in that game, that's going to open up things for Joshua Palmer. I'm going with Palmer hands down in this one. I think Palmer's a good flex play today regardless. You can put Palmer over a lot of people. All right, Kill. With that being said, we going to get to the end of the show, baby. What's up? Who is your sleeper of the week? Shout out to Cooper Rush. What up, Bumpy?
My sleeper of the week. Oh man. My sleeper of the week. I'm going with I'm going with Melvin Gordon against the Las Vegas
What?
Raiders. No, there. Hold on, man. Let me finish, man. The reason why is Gordon. He continues to have a role in there. He's actually productive. He's worth using out of flex position this week against the Raiders. Gordon has had 12 carries for 26 yards. Um, and a touchdown against the 49ers. And he had 5 catches for 29 yards. That's pretty all right, man. To start somebody at a flex position and you're not even the starting running back for your team. So what that's like to what 12, 13 points a game? At 13 points for that game. So I like him as a sleeper of the week.
Okay. Well, my sleeper of the week is a guy that I think we need to give more respect to. I know you're gonna laugh when I say it, but the guy has scored a touchdown, and I'm not just saying throwing the football, but running the football, throwing the football in every single game this year. He's going over 200 yards in every single game this year, whether running and throwing. But nobody expected much from him. I didn't expect much from Drake London. I'm not gonna lie to you, but Marcus Mariota is straight. Like Marcus Mariota today versus Cleveland in Atlanta, I think can win you a fantasy football matchup today. Marcus Mariota's my sleeper. It would not surprise me if he had combined yardage of 300 yards and scores 3 touchdowns, whether that's throwing, running. He's going to do a little bit of both. I like Marcus Mariota. I would have no problem starting him in my fantasy lineup today. I think he's the sleeper of the week. All right, Gil, who is the dud of the week? Who's going to be dud? They're going to drop the ball today.
Dud of the week will be J.K. Dobbins against the Buffalo Bills. I don't think that run game is going to do pretty well against the Bills defense. He made his return against New England or his debut coming off of a knee injury. I don't trust it at all. He had 7 carries for 23 yards in his last game, 2 catches for 17 yards. But it's against Buffalo, man. Buffalo defense is pretty tough, and they've only allowed 3 rushing touchdowns this season. No running back has more than 47 yards on the ground right now against the Buffalo Bills, and he's my dud of the week.
Okay, my dud of the week is Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette had 20 carries the first 2 weeks. Last week, he had only 12 carries. This week, you get all your receivers back. I think they're going to try to throw the ball even more today. I'm not saying Leonard Fournette will be bad. I just don't think he'll score a touchdown, and I definitely don't think he's going over 100 yards. I would not be surprised if Leonard Fournette doesn't get 10 fantasy points today, just because Tom Brady is going to be focused on getting Mike Evans and company the ball. So I'm going with Leonard Fournette as my dud of the week in a high-scoring game, ironically. I do agree with you on that. All right, Keel, who is Keo's stud of the week. Hey, look, y'all can hit it up too. Who's y'all stud of the week? Let us know.
My
Who's gonna
stud
ball
of the
out?
week.
Who's
I got another bombshell for you.
Let's go.
My stud of the week is gonna be Matthew Stafford for my
What?
stud of the week. Listen, man, everybody's so hyped up. They're still into the flavor of the San Francisco 49ers defense. And I don't think it's gonna be what you're gonna be looking for in this game. I think Matthew Stafford is gonna have one of the best performances, or the best performance, um, this week. And I know the 49ers are only allowing 10 fantasy points a game to a quarterback, but I think Matthew Stafford, when you got Cooper Rush, I mean, not Cooper Rush, Cooper Cup. I think it's just going to be hard to stop, and I think guys like Higby, Allen Robinson, those guys will definitely step up, and I think Matthew Stafford will throw for over 300. He'll have at least 3 touchdowns, and they're going to beat the 49ers very convincingly. It's not going to be what you're looking for in this game. I got the Rams and
Wow.
Stafford for stud of the week.
Wow. I'm shocked by that. I ain't gonna lie to you because I hope you're right. I got Matthew Stafford. I hope you're right. But my stud of the week is a guy that was drafted to be a stud of the week candidate every single week. And then he had injuries. But this year he's back, I think. I think he's back. Right now, he's rated as the #1 fantasy running back over a guy like Nick Chubb. And you may not believe it, but I'm going with Saquon Barkley. I think Barkley goes crazy today versus the Bears. Barkley out the backfield. Barkley catching the ball, running the football, dynamic. I think he gives the Bears all they can handle. I'm going with Saquon Barkley. Did you see that boy versus Dallas? With that little nifty run, man, they should have been getting that boy the ball more. The Giants should be ashamed of themselves trying to put the ball in Danny Dimes' hand. Let Saquon Barkley do what he do, man. Open up that passing game by giving him the ball. Man, I'm ashamed by the Giants. But today, they get back to giving Saquon Barkley the ball. He is my stud of the week. With that being said, y'all, we'll get to these shout outs. What up, Gil? Get to the shout out, boss.
Yo, the game's about to approach. Best of luck to everybody. Hopefully we helped everybody out, man. And with that being said, man, shout out to everybody that been supporting the NBS brand. So we got more content for you guys. And last but not least, man, I'm just gonna leave it like this: free Sue Surf.
Wow.
I don't know what happened. I don't know the details of it, but that's all I'm gonna say. Free Sue Surf, and hopefully everything works out for him, and he gets back home safe.
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank the chat, man. It's always lit with you guys. Even though y'all talk crazy to me, I like it. I love it. I should say I love it because I do love it. Yeah, my Saints struggled today, but they gonna shake back, man. They just gotta get this injury bug out the way. They'll be all right. Shout out to everybody that subscribed to the brand. I know it may seem small to some people, but 1,000 subscribers to us means the world to us because we know the work that we put in, man. Q and I and Jasper and Mike and the whole NBS squad, bro. We've been doing this for a long, long, long time. And it's cool to see that we finally made it to this point. But we're not stopping here. We're going to keep it going. Last but not least, shout out to the '02 class of Acadia High. Man, I had a great time with all y'all last night. We're going to do it again in 5-10 years. I don't know. Hopefully we can chop it up even when it's not just a reunion. But with that being said, I always tell you, if you lose, you have nobody but to blame but yourself when it comes to fantasy football. But if you win, like Drake said, man, thank us later. We out. Peace.